Well, we are very excited to be out and about today here at Appalachian Acupuncture in Johnson City, and we are joined by Bonni Wollard to tell us more about acupuncture and how it's changing lives. And Bonni, thanks so much for hosting us today.
My pleasure.
Will you talk to people when they first come in, kind of give them the information on acupuncture? You answer a lot of questions, and you say a lot of people right now, the interest in acupuncture very high.
Yes, so we see many people. We have tons of calls asking about acupuncture from A to Z. People will call about pain, people will call about anxiety, but right now we're seeing a lot of stress. I do get a lot of people that ask about, does it hurt? It's the #1 question.
We see all those needles.
Yes.
That's got to be one of the first questions is, oh my goodness, are you feeling all of those?
Yeah, so acupuncture is really more pleasurable than painful. The needles are as big as a cat whisker, and it really doesn't hurt. You know the needle's there, but it doesn't feel anything like a hypodermic needle.
And the benefits that people talk about, the way that it changes their life, the pain relief.
Yes, and with acupuncture, there are many benefits. It helps promote healing throughout the entire body. It balances out the nervous system, and the side effects, the common side effects are better sleep, less stress, more energy, and a boost to the immune system, which is all a win-win right now.
I was going to say, those sound like some really good side effects.
Yes.
And when people are coming out, you say you realize how quickly they have changed, how fast some of that has worked.
Yeah, so sometimes when people come out, first of all, I see a huge smile. They'll be maybe shaking their arm and saying, oh, it's gone, or, oh my gosh, I feel like new.
So it really can just make an incredible difference.
Yes, yes.
Okay, well, we are going to take people, we're here in the lobby right now, we're going to take you behind the scenes into one of those procedure rooms. All right, we are joined by Michelle now, the acupuncturist here, and you've been doing this for several years now. Really a passion for you, isn't it?
Yeah, I get excited about it. I love seeing how the people's health benefits from it, and they really see, you know, the many different things they can start using acupuncture and the herbs to benefit them.
And Bonni was telling us a little bit about kind of the process as you come in. Tell us and explain sort of the art and what you're doing when you're placing those needles. Everything has a purpose.
Exactly. Yeah, so in Chinese medicine, you know, it works on the flow of the energy through the body. They've mapped out the meridians that flow through the body. And what I'm trying to figure out when someone comes in, like for example with pain in their elbow, my job is to ask a bunch of questions, of course, and figure out where along those meridians the blockage is. And then when we place the needles, I may do a few needles in the area of the pain, but also we'll do points above and below, so that we almost like siphoning a hose from either end, and so that way you can get that energy moving through there again just by removing the things that are blocking it, which could be swelling, inflammation, that kind of thing.
Oh, that's a wonderful explanation. It really puts it into perspective for us. And I know one of the things you're treating a lot of right now is stress. And in this year of 2020, everybody has, their stress level is just overwhelming.
Yeah, myself included.
Yeah, I know.
I feel like even I'm trying to work really hard to make sure I take really good care of myself at home, eating good food, getting plenty of sleep, so that I can come here and, you know, be a positive influence on other people's lives. But so when people come in for stress conditions, the things that the acupuncture can do, we may put them in the wrist or in the outer part of the ear or one in the forehead, something like that. But what all those are doing, it's triggering chemicals in the brain to be released into the body. For example, like cortisol, the stress hormone, that gets elevated when we're really tense or a bear is chasing us or something like that. They have shown through functional MRI studies that acupuncture can reduce that cortisol stress hormone in the body. And the cortisol can be the cause of stomach aches, insomnia, headaches, tight shoulders and muscles. So all the symptoms that we have of stress can be relieved through little tiny needles that change our body chemistry.
And you don't think about that. When we think about stress, we think of it as an emotion, but it takes a physical toll and can really be the basis of what all is going on that we think is just soreness.
Yeah. And we have several people Most patients initially come in for pain conditions just because that's what acupuncture is most known for. You know, low back pain, neck pain is very common, or migraine headaches. Those are probably the top 3 reasons why people come through our front door. But once they get here and they start getting some relief with those, they may also notice like, oh, my anxiety is a lot less, or I didn't have depression this winter, or I haven't had as many sore throats this year. So you start seeing all these other benefits. And that's probably part of why, you know, we look at the body as a holistic model, that everything is very connected. And so that anxiety may be linked to some other things in your body that need addressed as well.
And Michelle, the response that you're getting from some of your patients has been pretty spectacular.
Yeah. I'd say the biggest complaint we get is, I wish I'd started this years ago.
Absolutely. So
Yeah.
literally changing lives with what you're doing inside these rooms.
Yeah, and I really, right now, I would love for people to know that acupuncture is a great tool used to help all this stress that's been going on for 9 months.
Well, and it's interesting, it's neat to hear you explain it, because I think people have this vision of acupuncture and maybe they're a little intimidated or just not sure. But when you come in and you see it and you get to talk to people like you who can really explain it, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it's kind of, you know, out there as something that's from China originally. We've been doing it for 4,000 or 5,000 years, but still science has not been able to pinpoint exactly why it works. So there's still a little bit of skepticism, I think, on the part of some of the medical providers. However, at this point, you know, it's been around in the U.S. since about the 50s. And more the doctors are coming to realize that it can work together with Western medicine. You don't have to decide between, am I going to take medicine or am I going to get acupuncture? They can work together. And to me, that's also refers back to that holistic model. We don't have to choose one or the other.
Absolutely. Well, we thank you for the work that you're doing. It was neat to get to talk to some of your patients too and hear from them, and certainly we'll give everybody your information. Again, it is Appalachian Acupuncture. They're right here in the downtown Johnson City area. Here is a phone number, or also check out their website. Great tools and information available online.